Good morning. Good morning, Freedom Marchers. Give y'all a minute to get up in here. Let the Aglo rhythm kick in. The Aglo rhythm. Yo, yo. Good morning, Freedom Marchers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. Happy post-brisket day. You know what I'm saying? People typically call it Turkey Day, but I call it Brisket Day because that was the biggest protein we had there. We didn't do no whole turkey. We just did some turkey thighs wrapped in bacon. That shit was delicious. Anyway, how was y'all Thanksgiving Day? How was y'all Thanksgiving Day? Mine was pretty good. I went to my sister's house, hung out for a little bit. Nothing major. But I want to talk to you guys today on Friday, February 26th, about transgender women, transformer women competing in women's sports. Now, the IOC used to require certain levels of, there are certain parameters you had to meet to participate in women's sports as a transgender athlete. You had to have, low testosterone levels. You had to be on, blockers and all that other shit. You're supposed to take some HRT shit to help, you become more effeminate and all this other shit. But the levels of testosterone they would allow these men to compete at were still much higher than women, normal women, right? Real women, real actual women, women that they will never reach these levels that they would allow transgender women to compete at. And so they will still have this huge advantage over women, particularly in like contact sports, running, track and field, all that type of shit, where it requires a lot of strength and a lot of physical ability, a lot of athletic ability. Men would still have the edge over women, a huge edge over women, even with their testosterone levels essentially crashed, right? Crashed testosterone levels. They're just real shit. And, it just highlights how much more physically powerful men are than women in general, right? And it's just the nature of the beast. That's just how it is. There's no two ways about it. No way to get around that. They actually did a study where they discovered that, men were still excelling much more greatly at these sports than their real female competitors. And there's no way around it, right? Now, especially if these men went through puberty as males and didn't start doing their effeminization until later on in life. If they had the benefit of going through male puberty, getting all that bone density, musculature that doesn't just go away because you have low T. There are a number of things that, your androgen, all these other things, all these other factors that make men much more stronger physically than women. It's just the bone structure is just so much. Once you attain that as a male, you don't just lose it in your 20s or 30s when you just decide to become a female and you start taking HRT, right, to achieve that. It just doesn't, that shit don't go away, right? And, that's why they're trying to do this whole puberty blocker thing for children and basically castrate them, chemically castrate your children. before they reach the age of puberty, and that's why they're doing a number of things to turn your sons into effeminate sissies. Just to really be real about it. Not to say being feminine is anything wrong with being feminine, but femininity is for the females. Femininity is for women, right? They are meant to be feminine. They have their own strengths, right? Their fine motor skills are a lot better. They're better planners. They're better organizers. There are things that women do better than men naturally because they're women, right? Nurturing. These are all things that women are good at naturally better than men. That's just the reality of it. Men, we are meant to go out and hunt and gather, right? And protect the family. That's what men were created to do. So of course we had to be stronger, right? We had to be stronger. We had to be faster. We had, because we're the ones that's essentially bringing home the bacon, right? That's just nature, right? That's nature. Your natural being, that it doesn't care about all the other societal norms and all that other shit. All these things that they try to force on the people through socialization. Your body doesn't care about that. Your body is still in its primal state, deep down, right? Your body has evolved to be what it is today. And no manner of technology or socialization is going to change that. It will take hundreds to thousands of years for that change to be complete. That's why, you watch movies like WALL-E. They show if we keep going on the road we're going on with technology, we're going to be sitting in wheelchairs. Everybody super obese with super short life expectancies. Anyway, men are naturally, and this is what it is. So no amount of hormone blocking is going to change that. Yeah, you're going to crash your testosterone levels and you're going to be weaker than most men. You're going to be slower than most men, less athletic than most men, less able to win in a physical fight, like an MMA match or a boxing match, than men, right? But it will never be that way for women. You're competing with women at a high level. Even women at the highest level can never compete with a man that has mid-level ability, right? Even low-level ability. Because you're in a sport, you're training in this sport, you are competing in this sport, this is your life. So it's not like you some bum off the street. It's not like you some bum off the street who comes in like, oh man, hey, I just want to throw the shot put one good time. Yeah, you might get your ass kicked by an elite level female athlete because you've never trained in that. But if you train in that sport all your life and you suck as a man throwing the shot put, let's say you're a weak ass man. You're one of the weaker male athletes in your league at throwing the shot put. But you're still going to be better than the most elite female shot put athlete. That's just the way it is. No matter what you do. And that's what it is in my mind. These men that want to become women to compete in women's sports, they do it because they suck at being an athlete in the male league. So they want to have some type of they want to be noticed. They want to get rewarded. They want to be famous. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it for attention, right? There's something going on in these men's mind that makes them want to compete against females, and it's not because they think they're women. Have you seen these people? Growing your hair out and putting it in a ponytail does not constitute you being a woman. Understand that. And so when you say you go to the commission, oh, I want to compete as a man, and then now you have all these social justice warriors in these commissions that are trying to appease the smallest majority of the smallest minority of people, right? Transgender people consist of maybe 2% of the population. So why aren't we trying so hard to appease these people? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read y'all comments when I park in a minute. It's like I don't understand it. Like we are selling our souls down the toilet. I'm talking about the people in these commissions who, and let me tell y'all, after they found out that no matter what you do chemically to a male, they will always be stronger than women, they decided to eliminate the testosterone level restrictions. They said, no, we're going to do away with that. So it's about human rights. That some clown said that was so happy. One of these transgender women, right? One of these transformers that were so happy that the commission decided to eliminate the testosterone restrictions, which were not even real restrictions in the first place. They decided to end that, and this guy is so happy. He's like, oh, it's about human rights. What about the rights of the woman? What about the female rights? What about the rights of these young girls who know that they can't compete in a male league, that want to have their own shit? What about their rights? What about their rights to compete against other women in a fair way? So we just gonna forget about women's rights and focus on transformer rights. Let's see what y'all talking about. Oh, what's up? High Impact Flicks is in the building. Robert Lynn Sanchez is in the building. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. All that good stuff. Fast Eddie was good. Kevin Strickland is now free after 43 years. What? No kidding. They let Kevin Strickland out. Wow. They owe that man a lot of money. But of course they're going to use taxpayer money to do it if he ends up getting a lawsuit. Let's see. Difference in male structure, function in males versus females, role of estrogen receptor B, Birgitta Glenmark, Maria Nilsson, Huey Gao, Jen Ack Gustafson, Karen Don, these names, Domlin Wright and Hakan Westerblad. These names are weird. Abstract. Male skeletal muscles are generally faster and have higher maximum power output than female muscles. Conversely, during repeated contractions, female muscles are generally more fatigue resistant and recover faster. Yeah, because they have to give birth. You know what I mean? Their bodies is attuned. See, women have different level of strength, right? And that's why women live longer in general, for many reasons, because, you know, men are often off fighting in wars, but they have a higher life expectancy. Women have strengths that men don't have. So, I mean, but the bottom line is, it's like, you just can't do it, right? It's like, let's say there was a sport where women are, you know, they have to, this is going to sound retarded, but there's a sport where, let's say there's a sport where women can see how far they can squirt their breast milk. We're going to try to horn in on that too. We're going to get some fake titty bags with some milk in it and like squirt. Like, how far are we going to take this thing? And so now that they've eliminated any type of restriction, you can just say that you're a man now, you know, because they want to be inclusive. See, this inclusivity shit is going to really flush our society down the toilet, and it might take that, you know, for things to change. I was watching something interesting. I saw a short where Joe Rogan was talking about how at the end of every civilization, right, or every, like, let's say dynasty or civilization or something like that, you know, like the Romans, you know, the Roman Empire, you know, all these empires, you know, we have the United States Corporation Empire. At the end of every empire, the focus becomes on gender. That's what he said. He said that men start thinking they're women, women start thinking they're men, and all these gender lines and all this other shit goes out the window, and this happens like right before society collapses. And it don't take that really to notice that, yeah, we're society as it is today is being flushed down the toilet. And now this is worldwide now, right? This is going on worldwide. And so it might take that though. I don't have a problem. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't have a problem with society collapsing the way it is right now, because there does need to be a change. But this time when we rebuild, we need to rebuild in a different mindset. We need to rebuild on a freedom level, more so than, oh, well, let's figure out how to control people. Let's figure out how we can get society back on track by telling people what they need to do. This is what you need to do. No, let people figure things out for themselves. Let people gravitate toward people of like minds and form their own communities. And let's keep communities small. Let's keep the structure small so that people have more control over what goes on within their lives and the people around them. You want people to have more control and sovereignty over their own lives so that they don't have anything to worry about. You don't have to worry about what's going on in this state or in that community unless they directly affect you. Or you have alliances and trade agreements and all this other stuff. And things like this transgender shit, it won't affect, like, if one community wants to have that where transgender can compete with women, keep that over there, as long as everybody over there agrees with it. And anybody that doesn't agree with that bullshit, y'all can come join our community where we won't allow, not allow, women won't compete with transgender men. So maybe that's what it takes. Maybe it takes for society to collapse in order for things to get back right. Let me see what y'all talking about. Oh, you already know that. Yeah, Jay with Open Eyes 4. Some of them already having babies. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. They can't have babies though. From my personal experience, Robin Sanchez says women have more refined motor skills. Yeah, they got more fine motor skills. Their fine motor skills are a lot better. Females are some of the best helicopter pilots that I ever flew with while I was in the Army. Yeah, I knew a couple of warrant officers that were females, and they were excellent. They were excellent helicopter pilots. That's just what it is. They're better at solving mysteries. They're better like detectives. There are things that women are better at than men. Women are better at attention to detail and all that type of shit, solving puzzles and all that shit. Like they're much better at that. Jay with Open Eyes 4 says, but there's nothing wrong with men and women working together. But when it comes to sport competition, that needs to be separate unless it's something on another level where it's not physical, right? Like video games, they have video game competitions and all that other shit. I don't have a problem with men and women competing against each other in video games. A lot of women kick men ass in these video games, by the way. Jay with Open Eyes 4. The problem is when we don't learn from the past and we continue to let the cycle keep happening over and over. Yeah, that's how it is. Societies don't typically last longer than 250 years. The United States is well overdue, and it lasted that long. Some say because of the Constitution, but it's how they play the game, right? It's how they make you think that you have some sort of control over what goes on in the country, right? It's the illusion of control among the people that has allowed the United States to last as long as it has as a society. But people are starting to wake up and realize that they don't have much control at all, right? So, hopefully that'll take us to the next step. Old Head Deuce 22, women's logic. Yep. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Go up in here and grab some stuff. But thank y'all for coming through. Like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later. So remember, always keep marching. Oh, and by the way, if you had Turkey Day yesterday and you ate quite a bit, maybe go for a walk, maybe go for a swim, do some jump roping, do something that to get your body moving, so that all that food is not just settling in you and just sticking to your ribs. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday in the morning, I did some strength training, and I also did about an hour and a half worth of Muay Thai drills. You know what I'm saying? Then I went to my sister's house to eat. I ate early so that, I can move around and not just go right to sleep afterward. And then this morning I got up, I did some boxing drills, and I did some yoga. So, I'm keeping my body primed and moving around and, trying to keep the inflammation down, man. I you know what I noticed at this age? Any amount of sugar gives me inflammation. Any amount. I really gotta, man. I was doing keto for a while and the inflammation basically went away. I probably need to get back on full-fledged keto, but we'll see, because it's this inflammation. Like my wife made some banana pudding last night, and that shit was delicious. But I took this glucose disposal agent, which basically what it does is it takes the carbs, breaks it down, it partitions it, right? Basically, it partitions it, and instead of it going in and spiking your insulin, it gets stored in your muscles as glycogen, right? So it'll take the carbs that you ate, so you take it before your biggest carb meal, and it'll take the carbs, break it down, and it'll take that shit, the glucose or whatever, and it'll store it in your muscles as glycogen so that you can use it in a workout maybe the next day. Instead of it going into your insulin and spiking and, converting into fat and all that other shit later on down the road, it'll be stored immediately in your glycogen stores. So, yeah, I mean, that's something that you could do. But there's still some level of inflammation when you eat a bunch of carbs. So that's one thing. I'm not worried about gaining weight from carbs no more because of the, because I exercise a lot and I don't really eat that much. But it's really the inflammation for me when it comes to sugar and carbs. It really just causes me a lot of inflammation lately. So got to watch that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, like, share, subscribe, especially during the winter. So it's not nothing really new, but I notice it a lot more these days. Queen Strong was good. Salute, just came to hit the like. I'm at work. Oh, that's what's up. Nice hoodie. Yes. Representing Queen Strong, you know what I mean? Y'all go check her out. She has excellent content. She does a lot of, work about, in regards to children, child predators, and it's really heavy information. So, you got to have a strong heart to go watch her channel. It's a lot to take in, and she covers a lot of child predator behavior and, all that good stuff. Well, not good stuff, bad stuff. But the content is good, but she covers a lot of things that happen, to children that are bad. You know what I mean? What's up, Meta Slave? Anyway, like, share, subscribe. Y'all go out there and move. Don't let these holidays have you laying around like a big old blob. You know what I'm saying? Keep moving. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. Always stay moving. Always put your body to work. And keep marching toward freedom. Peace.